In this video, we'll examine the impact of adding real-time threat indicators to your existing vulnerability data and findings using the Qualys Threat Protection application. Traditionally, the Qualys Vulnerability Management application has relied on severity levels to help you calculate the risk associated with your detected vulnerabilities. The higher the severity level, the greater the risk. With the addition of the Threat Protection application to the Qualys Cloud platform, this calculation is improved by including known threats into the risk equation, which can have a significant impact on vulnerabilities of all severity levels. The goal of Qualys Threat Protection is to help you pinpoint your assets that have the highest exposure to the latest known threats, so that you can prioritize and mitigate their high-risk vulnerabilities quickly. Here in the Qualys Threat Protection application, we can view the live feed of threats that are maintained by Qualys' worldwide team of engineers and other Qualys security partners. Qualys engineers constantly monitor and track threat data, including information on attacks, exploits, and exploit kits. The threat data and information collected is used to distinguish different threat attributes and behaviors, creating the different categories of real-time threats that you see here. Vulnerabilities with public exploits are those where exploit knowledge is well known and working exploit code is publicly available. Easily exploited vulnerabilities are associated with attacks that can be carried out easily and typically do not require additional information. Actively attacked vulnerabilities are those where active attacks are being observed in the wild. If a vendor has not provided an official fix for a vulnerability, it will be listed as no patch available. Zero-day vulnerabilities are characterized by active attacks observed in the wild and no patch available from the vendor, which is a combination of the last two categories. High data loss vulnerabilities can potentially result in massive data loss on the affected host. A high lateral movement vulnerability that is successfully exploited will potentially allow an attacker to compromise other assets on the network. Denial of service vulnerabilities can adversely impact host and application availability. Some vulnerabilities are associated with exploit kits like Angler, Nuclear, Rig, and others. And other vulnerabilities are associated or targeted by known malware applications. Returning to the Threat Protection application, I'll navigate to the Assets section to demonstrate using real-time threat indicators in a query. Presently, I have 9 assets in my account. By typing the word threat in the search field, the interactive help will list the threat tokens for all the real-time threat indicators. Most of the tokens are Boolean, so to view assets that have zero-day vulnerabilities, I'll select the zero-day token and set its value to true. 3 of my assets presently have zero-day vulnerabilities. 2 of the impacted assets are members of the San Jose Asset Group, and 1 host is running the Qualys agent. To view the list of affected vulnerabilities, I'll group the assets in my results set by vulnerabilities. Threat tokens can also be combined with other search variables. In this example, I'm only searching for Severity 4, zero-day vulnerabilities. Only one of my host assets matches the new search criteria. Now that you are somewhat familiar with Qualys Threat Protection, I'll return to the Vulnerability Management application to demonstrate how Threat Protection real-time threat indicators can be used to extend the capabilities of a search list. Back in the Vulnerability Management application, I'll use a search list to recreate the zero-day example I just demonstrated in the Threat Protection application. I'll create a dynamic list which provides the regular list criteria options, but now includes the Threat Protection RTIs as a result of enabling the Threat Protection application in my account. I'll use the list criteria to select my target severity levels. And then click Threat Protection RTI to select 0 day, and then save. I'll now demonstrate using the search list I just created as a scan report template filter option. Here in the scan report template, I've already configured my findings and display options, so we can focus on the filter options. I'll select Custom to attach my zero-day QID search list. And then click the Test button. Adding my zero-day search list to a custom report template produces the same vulnerability findings produced by the threat protection query I created earlier. Thank you for watching this Qualys training video.